Peace guys, my name is Kay and I am a messenger of the universe. So today's video I'm coming back, but today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, okay? I'm going to be talking about negative energy, okay? So if you clicked on this video because you saw the title and you're like, I need to remove some negative energy from my life, or you're just curious about what it is, or you know what's going on in this video, then I'm going to get right into that. But before I get started, I'm going to also be giving some background on negative energy, and I have some notes written down. It's like to my talking points, but and then afterwards I'm going to get into the ways that you can remove negative energy from your life. And luckily all of the ways that are there listed are just helpful ways, but you don't have to use them, of course. And for one, or like not even one, like a couple of them, it's probably just household things that you could find around the house, or just even if you don't even have anything, like there's literally just one of them where you just need you. Okay, but before I get started, I'm gonna go ahead and talking about what is negative energy. So negative energy is basically energy that we pick up, and it doesn't even have to be that like we as humans that pick it up. It could just be like objects, or a place, or just something can just be surrounded with negative energy. It doesn't even have to be a physical thing. It could be like just a situation. Like a situation could have negative energy, like maybe drama. Like drama can have negative energy. People can carry a negative energy with them. Objects can carry negative energy if like negative energy was channeled into it. But basically negative energy is basically causes us to experience unhealthy actions, thoughts, and behaviors, and are actually not even behaviors but behavioral patterns, which go against our natural vibration of enlightenment. And I'm gonna have the scale up here so you guys understand what I'm talking about. The scale of vibration or frequency is whatever you want to call it, and it's basically the scale, and everything in the world basically vibrates on some point of this scale. And I know that weed, I believe, vibrates at 275, but I'm not positive on that. But these are just the ones that I know off the top of my head. I believe social media / like the media vibrates at about, like, I want to say 50, no more than like 100. Let me think, what else? I don't know too many off the top of my head. The mantra Om vibrates at 700. So if you are meditating, an instant way to raise your vibration is to just say Om. That's just a quick little tip if you didn't know. But yeah, so basically the lower you are on that vibrational scale, the more fixed and solid your reality becomes. So if you're vibrating at like the lower levels, I believe it's like shame, guilt, and like fear, all those other vibrations, you know your reality is going to feel more like solid. It's going to feel like you can't change it. You're stuck in a place. You have to, like, your reality in your life is just fixed. Maybe you believe like everything is happening through fate, like you have no free will. And the higher you go up on that scale, then the more fluid you realize your reality is, and the more you realize you can like change or mold your reality and the things around you. And humans naturally vibrate on the highest level, which is enlightenment. I believe it's 700 to 1,000. I'm gonna have it up on the screen, but yeah, so humans naturally vibrate at the highest level at enlightenment, but we are conditioned, you know, through childhood and society, and you know, everything that we are taught and conditioned to believe as children, and it basically molds us into the vibration that, or frequency that we are going to be on today. So I'm trying to think what else I was going to say. At least everyone has experienced, you know, coming into contact with negative energy. I know I have, you know, I know everyone, I don't know anyone who hasn't, honestly. Some people like carry negative energy with them, and you can feel it. Like you see someone, you're like, ugh, I don't know, there's something about them is off. But yeah, if you feel like you have negative energy around you, you might notice that you could be experiencing things such as like constant depression, or cycles of depression, or anxiety constantly, or just like reoccurring negative low vibrational moods. And you'll notice it on the scale. Fear, shame, guilt, like all of those things are just kind of reoccurring in your life or in your space. Like maybe you go to school, or you go to your room or your house, and you're like, man, like I just feel like awful, like I feel drained, I feel like you just notice, like when you step into a place, your energy is just off. Like you're just like, bro, something about this is wrong, you know. So I'm gonna be giving you some tips and tricks that will help you remove negative energy and protect you from it. Okay, so how would you know if you picked up negative energy? So basically, actually I think I just talked about that. Okay, yeah, Yeah, the way that I know that I've picked up negative energy is that I'll just not feel like myself. Like my natural self is like, you know, like people would be like, oh, you're a crackhead or something. Like I'm just naturally like just super hyper and happy and open and, you know, just very vibrant and, you know, loving. But if I'm not feeling that way, then I'll just be like super like sad. I'll be quiet. I don't want to talk to anyone. Like I wouldn't know what to say. Like that's kind of like how I know I've picked up some negative energy or have some things that I need to release that are around me. And you know, especially like when I pull my oracle cards and it's like, you need to release negative energy, what do you need to release? And I'm like, dang, like I really picked up something. So I do cleanse my space regularly, and I cleanse myself as well, and I cleanse my aura as well, and that helps me to like just keep my space clean, keep myself clean, keep my aura clean, helps me ground my energy, because I recognize my energy if I'm constantly in it all the time. So when something that's not my energy comes in, I'll know right away, because I'm like, that is not belonging here, you know. So how to remove negative energy. So the first way to remove negative energy is through sound. I'm gonna pick it up here. So I have a singing bowl here. I'm gonna play it. So I love this. Like I just love singing bowls. Like they're beautiful. But so singing bowls are the frequency that they play depending on what type of singing bowl you get, because every bowl has like a different sound, a different frequency, a different tone. And you know, just do whatever you're comfortable with. It doesn't have to be a singing bowl that's specifically created for, you know, removing negative energy, because sound itself, if it's vibrating on a high frequency, it's going to attract that frequency that it like attracts. I'm not really sure what this one is for, but I just was really attracted to the sound, so that's why I like play it. And I use this to ground myself, you know, just say So when you are cleansing using a singing bowl, even if you don't know how to play it yourself, you would just, you know, if you're in a room or you're just around yourself, you know, you could just tap it lightly, you know, kind of let the mallet like move itself. Like don't like do that. You're just letting it move by itself. So like that's how you play it, because if I were just, it just sounds like better when you just let it flow naturally. So you just kind of keep tapping it, and you just like, you can, you know, say like just releasing all that negative energy. Just imagine the sound, the frequency filling the room and just filling it with light and just beautiful energy. Like feel how you would try to visualize how you would feel, or just be in the feeling how you would feel if you like were in a cleansed, protected, beautiful space. Okay, if that negative energy was not there, how would you feel? So visualization is also very important, but that's kind of like, that's not one of the reasons I have listed, but it's going to be something that is reoccurring throughout all of these. So moving on to number 2, smudge sticks. So I used to have a bunch of sage smudge sticks, but I use them like all the time, so I do not have any more sage, but I do have Palo Santo that I have used, and it's not looking too good right now, but you know, it does the trick. Palo Santo also smells really good to me. Sage doesn't smell bad, but it's not my favorite smell in the world. But you know, still it cleanses that negative energy, so who am I to complain, you know? So when you are using a sage or a, you know, whatever you're using to cleanse, Palo Santo, sage, frankincense, you know, just different type of smudge sticks, or you know, anything that is used to cleanse, you would just light it, you know, the usual, and you kind of let the smoke fill the room. You know, you just kind of like just walk around and make sure your windows or your doors are open, or if you're just cleansing yourself, just try to be in an open area, an open space, because like I imagine it is like when you're cleansing yourself and the windows are closed, then like it's like the negative energy is just kind of like going in a circle, and it's not really going anywhere. But I don't think that's, you know, 1000% true, because I do believe like if you visualize the negative energy being transformed, then that is also helpful. But you know, just do whatever feels comfortable to you, because it's not my job to tell you what's right or what's wrong, but I'm just giving you a suggestion. But so next we have protection spells, and I am not very like educated on this, because I'm not really into witchcraft. I've done like sigil magic before, but I'm not like, you know, I wouldn't consider myself like a whole witch or anything. So if you are a Wicca or Wiccan, or you know, a witch or whatever, please drop that in the the comments below, and let me know like some protection spells that can help anyone that's come across this video and like wants to try the witchcraft thing. I'm not very educated on it, but I do know that there are protection spells out there, and you know, just things out there that can help you. You can like grab it if you like go to a shop that sells like, you know, witchcraft and things like Ashes and Alchemy. They do have like things that are good for like witchcraft and that type of thing if you are into that. And let's see, next I also have crystals. So crystals is like my favorite thing ever. Like, don't ever get me started on crystals because I will talk my heart out. So with crystals, in protection at least, I would strongly recommend like the black crystals. If you see a crystal that's black or a stone that's black, you know it's for protection. You know it's for something removing or absorbing negative energy. Here, this is hematite. And this is very good for like negative energy, releasing stress, releasing those like just negative vibes that are being given off. And here I have an epoch tier, which is type of obsidian, and this helps sensitive people with depression and dealing with grief and all of that other stuff. And I also have clear quartz, which is good for negative energy as well, you know, clearing it, getting rid of it, just bringing the positive nice vibes back to a place. Yeah, crystals are my absolute favorite, and I have smoky quartz here, and this is also good. Like, all of these crystals that I'm showing you are the ones that I specifically use for removing negative energy. Smoky quartz is like really pretty to me. I like how it's clear, you can see through it. It has a cute little design inside of it. Shed my epoch tier, and then I also have a clear quartz pendulum here. And I use this as well when I'm cleansing. I'm like, this room is cleansed, or this space is cleansed, and then it'll say like yes or no. It's kind of moving right now, but it's kind of the wind as well. But yeah, and also a tip for crystals is when you get one or you have one, make sure you set your intentions with them. It's basically like you're giving crystals a job. So if I have this epoch tier here, I tell it like, all right, this stone or this crystal will remove depression or help remove the energy of depression and low like negative energy, you know, like I would give it a job or assign it to a job. And because intentions are very powerful, because if you just like buy a crystal and it's just like sitting in your room, you don't know what other people have been doing when they've been touching your crystal, assuming that you like just got it from like a shop and you know anyone can come in and touch them or whatever. You don't know what people have been like handling your crystals, or your, you know, you don't know what people have been like giving to your crystals. So you tell it like, hey, this is your job, okay? This clear quartz here, this is going to bring very loving energy. It's going to remove and transform negative energy, you know, like give it a job. That's just a tip that's going to help you, and you might even notice that'll be like a more powerful for you. Let's see. My dog is just like coming out. So next I have salt. Next I have salt, and I have it somewhere. So salt is very powerful. I have pink Himalayan salt. This is just like cooking salt, but they do sell them in like the little chunks that you can also buy. Let me see, what's the other one? Oh, sea salt. Sea salt helps as well. So sea salt is very good for negative energy. Like if you get a bowl of salt, or you know, just something with sea salt in it, or Himalayan salt chunks, you will notice that it's basically absorbing negative energy, because salt is very powerful. And you know, make sure with salt as well, like everything that I'm telling you, I just set your intentions with them. Like even if you like just set your intentions, even if you visualize I'm sorry, I can't even say it, visualize it, that is also like setting your intentions for it. So next I have herb jars. So I have my own herb jar that I made. I'm not like an expert on herb jars or anything, so like don't clown me in the comments for this, but basically I had crystals of, I believe it was like sea salt crystals or something like that, and you can kind of see it, and I mixed up some dried sage in it and some peppermint. I kind of just looked up like, oh, what's good for protection and stuff. So I use this, like I just kind of keep it around my room. I'm like, hey, you're gonna protect me, you're gonna absorb the negative energy, remove, transform it, you know, all that good stuff. And herb jars, I kind of like, I got these jars off of Amazon like a really long time ago, and I've just had them for like a super long time, never knew what to do with them until like now. But yeah, so you can put these like all around your house, or all around, you can just carry one with you, just, you know, just to have that extra protection. If you feel like you're in a place where you don't want to be, like, ugh, then, you know, just pick up one of these, grab it out of your bag, your trusty, wherever you have it, and just be like, you know what, this negative energy is not me. I am not allowing this negative energy to attach to me. okay. So next I have essential oils. So essential oils are very beautiful. I love essential oils. I have lavender here because this is the one that I looked up. It has protective qualities against negative energy, and also it said lemon, cypress, peppermint, frankincense, sage, grapefruit. Essential oils are all good for negative energy as well, removing it. And I have an essential oil diffuser in my bathroom. I used to have it in my room, but it got my dog sick, so that's just a heads up for pet owners who want to have an essential oil diffuser. Make sure that it's in an open space, and if not, then put it, you know, somewhere. And if it's in a small space, like it's in my bathroom, it's a small space, but my dog never goes in there. But yeah, just be mindful of your pets when you are using essential oil diffusers. Like open the window or something. But so if you're using an essential oil on yourself, you would put it on your wrists or on your forehead, I believe. I'm pretty sure there's some other points that you can have as well, but those are the only ones that I'm familiar with. So next, water. Okay, water. Water, it doesn't have to be moonlight water, but this is moonlight water. Okay, I charged this water like last week, I believe, on the Gemini full moon. Yeah, last Thursday, and I already used it in my essential oil diffuser, so that's why it's not filled up. But this is like, moonlight water is so powerful. I love it. Like, I literally drink it sometimes. I put it in my hair. I use it for everything because it's very powerful. And I fill it up with, like, I don't fill it up with like tap water or anything. Like, I always make sure I put it like the bottled water, like spring water, like clear, clean water that I can use. And also, if you are going to use moonlight water, tip, you could add like clear quartz in here to like amplify its abilities if you weren't aware of that. Yeah, but this is also this jar. I can't remember where I got it from. I think I got it from like, it was like from the dollar store, but it was kind of like in my room, not in my room, but like in my closet for like the longest, and I never knew what to do with it until I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put moonlight water in here, you know. And I'm kind of like the size too. It's really cute, and it's like, you know, just super simple. So yeah, moonlight water to cleanse, you can put it in a spray bottle. It doesn't even have to be moonlight water. You could literally get some like regular water. You can put some salt in there, leave it out in the sun to charge. You don't have to use the moon. You could literally charge it in the sun. It's kind of sitting in the sun right now, so it's kind of charged by the sun as well. But you kind of set your intentions like, hey, the sun or the moon is going to charge this, you know, visualize the light beam of the sun slash moon like coming into the water and just like filling it up with all that good energy. And you can put it in a spray bottle, or maybe like in your perfume bottle. You can like put a little bit in there and just spray it around you in the morning, just for extra protection. If you want to do your house, then you would spray it around your house or your room, whatever space you want to. Let's see. So also the next one is something that everyone has access to, especially if you're watching this video. So the next one I have to say is frequencies. This is kind of similar to my singing bowl, except this is not something that you have to physically buy in order to use. So if you look up just frequencies on YouTube, they have a lot of them that are like cleansing your home, cleansing you, and you know, just listening to those frequencies or just having it around you is like very, very powerful, especially if you're doing visualization. So if you're meditating and you visualize like the frequency just removing all of that negative energy, it is very, very, very powerful. Okay, so let's see, you could just look it up on YouTube, like frequencies for removing negative energy. But you know, the frequencies that they have are not simply just for negative energy. You could use it for absolutely anything: meditation, removing fear, removing doubt, you know, raising your vibration, like all that good stuff. So YouTube is a very beautiful, wonderful place, especially for spiritual things, because you can find absolutely like anything, you know. So next I have meditation, and meditation is very powerful, and I'm also going to be sharing with you a very powerful meditation besides the Om mantra that I'm also going to be going into a little bit more depth about. So meditation is like very powerful. It's basically like you're just like connecting your mind, body, and soul to the universe, to spirit, God, whoever you want to call it, and you're just, you know, getting rid of all that stuff, you know. And I'm gonna say visualization again because I say that constantly and it has to be said, and my video hit 727 right when I said that, so the universe said period. So when you are meditating, my suggestion is you sit and you just sit down, or you know, just whatever position you're comfortable with when you meditate. Or if you haven't meditated before, try sitting, try laying down in your bed. But the only thing is, if you lay down in your bed, try not to fall asleep, because if you continually like fall asleep while you meditate, you're gonna like retrain your brain to think that like if you meditate you're gonna fall asleep. So like you could just be sitting up and meditating and you're gonna fall asleep because your body's like, every time you meditate you fall asleep, so it's gonna happen over and over again. That's just a tip for you guys. But so if you are meditating, you imagine yourself the color aqua, and then you're in a clear bubble. Okay, that's what I was taught, and that helped me like actually deal with depression and get over it, and also including anxiety. It really does help. I don't do it as often as I did, but when I did it for like at least a week or two straight, like I noticed like I was not even depressed anymore. I just had a lot of negative energy around me that kept me in the low vibration. And yeah, so I just imagine myself the color aqua, and I am in a clear bubble, and that would just, it changed my life forever. Okay. But yeah. And also you can do some guided meditations or just meditation frequencies. I find that like frequencies for me, not frequencies, but guided meditations for me aren't all that, because I like, it's really difficult for me to be in a guided meditation because they'll be like, oh, you're walking through a forest and you see a wolf, and I'm like somewhere completely different. Like my mind just goes wherever it wants to go, and I don't even fight it. I'm just like, hey. So that's why like I like the binaural beats and the frequencies, because I can just basically take my mind wherever it wants to go, because I'm a very free spirit. So wherever it goes, okay? Wherever it goes, it flows. So next I have symbols. So symbols such as the Hamza. I have one on my necklace here. You know, you can have some jewelry with protective symbols on it. This is the Hamza. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correct, but I absolutely love this. It has tiger's eye in it. And I also have an I Ching coin. This isn't for protection, but it's something that I wear all the time, and it's a talisman for abundance and prosperity. And I'm not sure if I said that right either, so don't clown me in the comments if I did. But yeah, just use it for protection. Some other symbols that you could use are the Metatron's cube, the cross, the Ankh. And not everyone is going to be cool with like using a cross or something for protection. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. Some people feel comfortable having a cross for protection. Some people feel comfortable having an Ankh for protection. Some people like Metatron's cube. Like, it's whatever you feel comfortable with. Like, for example, me, I don't really like the cross. Like the cross, like, I don't know, I just feel like when I see the cross, I just think of a lot of like bad energy like connected to it, and that's just me. Like, you know, I don't think that the cross itself is evil or anything, but that's just like, just my mind when I see the cross is just wired to think like, wow, like stay away from that, you know. But I do really love the Hamza. Like the Hamza is like one of my favorite like protective symbols, and I absolutely love it. And the Ankh, of course, but the Ankh is something that I don't really buy. Like, I don't really have an Ankh jewelry, but my mom does, and when I wore it, like I noticed like I did feel like actually protected, even though it's not something that I would, you know, but I actually might get one now, because now that I've remembered that memory. But anyway, it's just whatever you feel comfortable with. All of this is just like whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever sits with your soul, then do it, okay? Next we have bath salts. So bath salts is kind of weird because like what, but this is more so for clearing, like you, like just personally you, if you like really want to clear some negative energy from your body or your soul, you want to do a deep negative cleanse, you are going to love this. You're gonna, you know, just get some regular bath salts, some powerful ones, you know, make sure they're good and everything, not the bad stuff, you know. But you know, just take a nice warm bath. You can add some essential oils to it if you really feel like it. That lavender and that lemon and that frankincense, protection and removing that negative energy. And you can even add some like Himalayan salt as well, like, and some crystals into the water, and like moonlight water. Like, you can just add anything. It's just like you're cooking yourself in a pot of removing negative energy. And so you would just, you know, put the salt in the bath however you feel comfortable, whatever the instructions say, and make sure you don't eat it or anything. I'm not, you know, but you know, just you bathe in it, you know, just say, you know, just calm down, relax in it. And the very last thing, and this is the most powerful thing that out of everything that I have just listed, at least to me it is, and it is prayer slash using words, I guess, because, you know, not everyone's comfortable praying, not everyone really knows how to pray. So prayer to me, or like just speaking it out loud, is like very extremely powerful, because like your voice itself is a vibration. So when you're voicing it yourself, especially in your own space, in your own body, it's like you're saying, it's like you're putting your foot down. You're like, hey, all of this stuff that's over here gotta go, okay? So when you just release all of that, things like you say like, oh God, or, you know, universe, whoever, spirit guides, archangel, please protect me, remove this negative energy around me. Or when you're, you know, using any of the methods I listed above, and then you say like, hey, like this is removing the negative energy, you know, visualization if you don't want to talk, but, you know, using your voice and being firm, and just, you know, it really is powerful. Like, you don't even need any of the things that I listed. If you have your voice, okay, that is going to be one of the most powerful ways, or at least for me it is. I believe that words are very, very powerful. You can look up prayers, or, you know, And if you are very unsure of what to do, ask for Archangel Michael. He is very good for clearing negative energy. He will come to you and be like, hey, what's up, you know. And also, if you see the color blue, that is also connected with him if you call upon him, or his sword, or, you know, just things that are connected with him. But yeah, that's all I have for removing negative energy. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kay, and I'm glad you made it to the end, and I hope that these tips really help. Drop a comment and let me know what you think and what tips you are going to use or try or that you're interested in. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, guys.